If you are a crafter, I'm going to show you how to save a lot of time while advertising your crafts and while answering the questions of your customers. It's a combination of an add-on and a WeakAura that automates around 80% of the process. We're going to automate the advertisement in the trade chat and also automate the most frequent questions the customer might have, like price or quality or what we can craft. But before we dive straight in, here's a message from our sponsor. This video is sponsored by TradeSkillMaster. It's the best gold making add-on in my opinion, and I'm using it for years. It makes managing your auctions so much easier and makes sure you never undersell your items. If you're a crafter, you can also instantly see which crafts are profitable, make shopping lists and put them on the auction house after crafting. No matter if you're a beginner in terms of gold making or if you're already making millions, this add-on is for you. TSM is completely free to use, but also offers premium packages which provide a huge database of all currently trending items and prices. You can use my link in the description to get 15% off your first purchase of TSM Premium. Alright, now let's dive straight in. The add-on I'm talking about is called Autoflood. You can find it on CurseForge and it doesn't even have too many downloads. If we click on it, we see just a few chat commands that we can use. But the add-on is very, very powerful in my opinion, because it's basically like a macro on steroids. Okay, we can automate chat messages that we can send into the trade chat, and we don't even have to press the macro. It just scans the WoW client for an input. So while you are in town and while you just walk around, craft, do your things, you know, even just pressing the left mouse button is enough. And you can set up intervals for it to send the message into the trade channel. I'm gonna show you how to set it up, but first you download that. I already have it installed, so you just install it and then you're gonna have it. You can type flood info, okay, and you will get a message here. I have a message prepared already, but we're gonna do it step by step, so you also have something. There's like two commands that are very important. The first one is /flood, okay, and message MSG, okay. If you write that and you say hi, for example, and enter, now it says the message is now hi. The second command that we can use is if we just write /flood. This turns it on or off. If I turn it on now, we will see, okay, Autoflood is enabled. Hi is sent every 120 seconds in channel 2. So if I move now, I'm just gonna show you, I'm gonna move. My character automatically down there wrote hi, because this is the message. And if I move now and I do something, it's not gonna do anything until 120 seconds have passed. If we check the description of this here, we also have the command /flood rate and then a duration, okay? This means, like I set it at 120 seconds. For example, if I set it now flood rate, let's say 20 seconds, yeah. Now my message that I have saved will be sent every 20 seconds while I move. I'm gonna do it again. It's kind of a bit of spam to say hi, but maybe I'm just someone who wants to talk to someone. So look at me. I'm walking around and in the channel down there, there's still a hi. The next thing we can do that you should probably do at the start is set the channel, you know. So you want to say flood chan, and you see flood channel, yeah, then space and then the number of the channel. We want to use the trade channel, so it's 2, but if for some reason your trade channel is something else, you can change it to 1 or something. For example, I can show you if I put it to 1, now I'm gonna say hi in the 1 channel. Now after 20 seconds, while I just move around and jump, my character should automatically say hi in 1 chat. There it is. Okay, let's deactivate it. So we set up a real message. I could say, for example, /flood message, yeah, flood MSG space, and then we just write looking for work, jewel crafter plus blacksmith, all 590, 606, necks, rings, weapons. And then and that's the cool part, is we can even like shift click items into it. Let's see if we have something here. Like malleable band, I had something here, the craftsmanship ring, the binding of binding, everything that I can use, you know. And if I press enter now, it saves this exact message. Now we change the channel back to the trade chat, flood chan, space 2. Yeah, and now if I type flood info, it's gonna show me everything. Here's my message, looking for work, jewel crafting, or 590, blah, 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 is sent every 20 seconds in channel 2. Of course, you want the rate to be not too spammy. Right, I think because this my trade channel on Alliance side is kind of dead, so usually I don't want to spam too much. I do it between 90 and 120 seconds. So let's say flood rate 90. Okay, now it changes to 90 seconds. And if I turn it on now with just slash flood or slash flood on, both works. It's gonna be active. And if I move now, again, my hands are not on the keyboard. I'm gonna move, boom. Or I just press the button, right? Now my character advertises this automatically. Depending on the server and the spam, you want to reduce the cooldown of it. I think 20 should be the minimum, or no, 10 is the minimum cooldown. Yeah, so this is part 1. Now for the second part, we're gonna use a WeakAura that my friend Vozochris made. I asked him for something and he delivered insanely good. So I'm gonna show you how it works. Not flood, WeakAura. So let's open the WeakAura. It's called Voz Auto Reply. The link is in the comments. So basically what this WeakAura does is it checks for certain words in the message you receive as a whisper, and if you get that word, you can customize an answer. So we want to click on the WeakAura and then go to actions, okay? And on actions, click on expand. This looks bad, you know, but just bear with me. For every answer we want, we're gonna need like this commands, then brackets, the word you want, like X here for example, binding, yeah, then equals, and then the message you want to say. So here you can set up what you want to do. I have, for example, one, it's called, like, I'm gonna highlight it here, yeah. It's called info. If someone whispers me exclamation mark info, I'm gonna give him this one. Hey, pay what you find fair, blah, 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 you know, and all the information I want. If someone writes anything with binding, because I have a ring that's called binding of binding, I'm gonna answer, hey, for 606 binding, I will take that amount of money. Yeah. I also have like something if someone asks for a price, because usually people ask what's the price for, or how much for a ring 590, or what's the commission for a 336 ring. Yeah. These are the most common ones that I saw, so I added them. And if someone whispers me now, like what is the price of a ring? Something with price. You should be online so we can showcase this. Look, I'm not touching the keyboard. So if I get a whisper now, at any moment, there it is. What's the price for a ring? And the same message that I had here, price, it's here. Perfect, perfect. Now, I'm gonna ask him to send me something for binding of binding. There it is. If he asks for binding of binding, I have the different one, like you can see here. And the cool thing is, like, this is a hierarchy. If someone asks me how much for binding of binding, it's gonna check for binding first. I'm gonna use that. Yeah, and that's it basically. We're gonna use Autoflood to automatically advertise in the channel without pressing anything actively. I mean, we have to play the game, right? We have to give the game some input because we can't automate it completely. This would be against Blizzard TOS. And the WeakAura handles the response. So if you have more items or specific items, or you want to redirect to another crafter or something, you can do that. And I'm gonna tell you, it's always such a good feeling to get a personal crafting order without typing a single word. Sometimes I get a message like, how much for a ring? The WeakAura replies, I get a crafting order, I go there, I craft the item, I say thanks, and it's good. In my opinion, this is a huge time saver. You can do different things while you keep advertising, and yeah, it just makes everything so much easier and so much more fun. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.